Seems that gaming may be healing. So yes, yesterday Sony finally decided that hey, we're sick of losing money. I'm not surprised Sweet Baby Inc. isn't bankrupt at this point. Like you would think a company like Sweet Baby Inc. would be bankrupt as of now because most of the games are huge failures. Like they don't make any money. Okay. But it seems that Sony is dropping Sweet Baby Inc. overall. It seems that even Sony is sick of Sweet Baby Inc. So Sweet Baby Inc. as well, that the gaming industry might be finally be waking up as well. Might be finally realize that we don't need wokeness in video games. Finally, okay. After there have been all these huge failures this year, which most of these failures could have been avoided if the games weren't woke. Civ 7, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Avowed, just to name a few. Last year's Dragon Age the Valley God, Dustborn, Concord, and of course Star Wars Outlaws, all could have been avoided if they did not do wokeness and DEI in video games as well. Okay. Yeah. Wayne Raymond that they were not just random cuts, they were deliberate targeted termination of in development projects with Sweet Baby Inc. embedded with them as well here. So Sweet Baby Inc. is being destroyed. I think this is just the news. Everybody has been wanting to hear. Sweet Baby Inc. finally, Sony and all these companies finally realized that these Sweet Baby Inc. does not make money. Sweet Baby Inc. is poison, okay, to video games, okay? Something about the most infamous video game flop of all time, besides Concord, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, okay? One of the biggest failures of all time. Guess who wrote the game? Guess who was involved with Suicide Squad killed the Justice League? Well, of course, Sweet Baby Inc. Okay. Sweet Baby Inc. made, some divisive games, including Suicide Squad killed the Justice League as well. Yeah. But even without Sweet Baby Inc., the problem is there are still tons of wokeness in video games, even without Sweet Baby Inc. For example, Sweet Baby Inc. had no involvement with games like Dragon Age the Valley God, and games like the awful Assassin's Creed Shadows as well. Yeah. But the thing is, we are winning very slowly in the gaming industry. We want games to be normal again. We want games to be fun again. And also we want physical games back again as well. Well, but that's just a dream at this moment as well. But people are so sick of Sweet Baby Inc. People are so sick of a company that is so evil and so awful that they want to basically ruin gaming. The whole goal is to burn gaming to the ground. And it seems that we have won against Sweet Baby Inc. as well. And studios may be quietly cutting the cord as well here. Which means, unfortunately, Sweet Baby Inc. has lost as well here. But unfortunately, the problem with Sweet Baby Inc. with gaming is that even without Sweet Baby Inc., there's still tons of problems in modern gaming as well. For example, you have Naughty Dog creating that garbage space game, and also you have Ghost of Yotai, which is gonna be basically the woke version of Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, making a sequel to one of one of Sony's supposedly greatest games of all time, and making it woke is not very good. Also, there's still that woke Wolverine game coming out, and also woke Spider-Man 3, which will be just 100% about Miles Morales and no more Peter Parker in the game at all. As well. The problem with modern gaming is that, there is basically a total war between Sony of California and Sony of Japan. I do think very similar to Nintendo, there is a battle between Nintendo of America and Nintendo of Japan, but I think Nintendo of Japan is much more assertive against Nintendo of America and puts the foot down much more often than Sony of Japan as well. I think Sony of Japan needs to reclaim back the company from Sony of California 100% as well. As most of the so-called wokeness from Nintendo is mostly from Nintendo of America, not Nintendo of Japan. Nintendo of Japan basically has to keep Nintendo of America on a leash and tell them to behave themselves often, most likely, as well here. But still, a few things still slip through, but not much. Considering Nintendo of Japan will make so of that as well. Which is probably why the Nintendo Direct, even the American broadcast, mostly featured the Japanese Nintendo employees as well. The people who represent Nintendo instead of Nintendo of America as well. So yeah, that's what this video here. Goodbye.